All right, everybody, let's get started. Jump over really quick for today. I want to start with harmonictrader.com. Everybody that's new, go to the main web page and simply register now. Become a basic member and then go through these steps. I wanted to also just show that I added the Discord information, how to get connected. A lot of people are asking how to get started. The basic membership is free. The software trials are free. All of the resources, here are my books. Links to all the PDFs are free. You can buy the physical books online. Here are the webinars. I'm going to be adding some new courses, well, older courses that I have, but new material for this that will probably add maybe 20 hours of material there. Look for that this week. And then here's the information on joining the Discord. We have a public and private group. The premium group is for gold members. Join the public group to get started. All of that is free. And then the live sessions. Today's Tuesday. We're here Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern. We used to do gold member sessions for our members, but we've changed up the format a bit and then make it a lot more interactive. So let's jump over really quick. We're utilizing Harmonic Pattern Collection mostly for TradingView. Today I pulled out the platform for eSignal. So we're going to look at the markets. Market really tanked early. This is Nasdaq 100 on a 5-minute. Off that early bat right off the open. We'll talk about that in a minute. I just want to do a quick follow-up on the crypto from yesterday. And we got into some of the bigger targets, and I definitely think that time is a consideration where we're going to see more volatility. I don't know what's going on here now, but Bitcoin's getting rejected off of that 68, 69 level, or that attempt at 69,000. There's your 4-hour chart. Now, thing that I wanted to highlight that has happened, and especially with this rollover, a pretty good timing for our discussion for today, is this has a really nice M formation in it on our amplified RSI. We utilize amplified RSI. That's our adaptation of the standard RSI indicator. There's a lot of readings and a lot of things that we assess and integrate with the patterns with this indicator, and it's a bit more responsive than the standard RSI. Now this is going to come down. We're already seeing it roll over right now. So this is an ideal pause point for Bitcoin. 68, okay, you'll pause at 68. And on the 4-hour chart, let this thing come in, because this will likely set up the pullback for the launch. Probably with this rollover right now, you're going to see this go into maybe a 1-2 day pause and come back down to the other side, and then do the return back up. Maybe by Friday. But let's see this thing come down, and again, really want to, we know Bitcoin's been raging pretty aggressively in the last week in a way that it hasn't for a long time. So this most recent move, I think people are looking for this thing to skyrocket. Again, I've been saying look for this thing to more stair step. And it can stair step its way to the crazy numbers they want. I would look for it to be aggressive, have a nice 10% pullback. I was just talking to somebody today, and I said, basically from this point out forward, any 10% single day correction is going to be probably a buying opportunity, probably something we want to see. When we see Bitcoin down 5,000 in a day or 6,000 in a day, or Ethereum down $400, that's probably the single day buy point. Just you get these 1 day, 2 day corrections, pullbacks, and then you continue again and again. For us, the M formation that has taken shape here on amplified gives us the kind of the marker to look for this consolidation and again a pause, but we know that it's only consolidation. We're not going to really, I'm not looking for anything more than just this brief correction within the last couple of days before the next leg higher. So the big thing I want to talk about with crypto before I move on to the other markets, I think yesterday we covered a number of really a whole gamut of coins that, some of them have worked out quite well. And do look at our past videos, because the stuff that I've been talking about really since September, that group of crypto that has emerged, that has been, the Solanas and Algos and ADA and Cardano, the whole bunch. Okay, they're starting to move, and Bitcoin too. We know Ethereum is definitely a part of the surge that will, and I talked about that yesterday. The thing that I want to highlight, and mostly in Bitcoin, because I think it's got a lot of the properties of what we want to see in this kind of formation that people should be aware of, because I think a lot of people are saying a whole bunch of numbers. Everything from, I think everyone's pretty certain that it's going to 100,000. Some people are saying 500,000. I saw somebody do a podcast where they did projections out to 2031. What's the guy's name? He's calling for 12 million Bitcoin, $12 million of Bitcoin within the next decade. I mean, okay, all right. But I don't know. I think it's that kind of environment that really creates confusion. I think we just need to come back and measure. And no matter what, everyone's pretty hyped in this market. So from a harmonic perspective, what does that mean? Basically a 1618. If this is going to be a aggressive move, everyone, and it looks that way. I mean, it's got the formation there, even on as a straight line breakout there. You go to 89,000. And it's got just generally the narrative, the feel. You got a really good price action. You really could see this surge, and it's going to still take time. I'm arbitrarily drawing it out to April. I mean, you could get to the 90,000 mark by December. It really doesn't, the 1618. Forget even price levels. Just talk measurements. And we'll see how fast that can materialize, but I want to see what happens up there, because then what could take shape is one of our type 1 382 style corrections. And that's something in the larger scope of how this develops, how we get up to this 90,000. And then maybe we have a really sharp reaction. I mentioned this, I think, a week ago. And I want to be mindful of it, because just continue to be aware of the stair step kind of mentality. As aggressive as a move and as a great of a trend as this could be, we still want to be aware of the fact that this is how all markets move. So within the harmonics of cryptocurrencies, it's just that they're moving a lot more aggressively, a lot of new money. And then if we look at total crypto market cap, which I will in a second, you're in complete price discovery of an industry that's just, absorbing investment funds. Solana being probably most notable for all the money they've taken on in recent weeks. Bitcoin's just the kind of the poster child. So definitely, be aware of those harmonic wave style dynamics, please. We want to see the waves. We want to see the big moves, but let's go to total crypto really quick. But again, we're going to see single day, 2-day, 3-day pullbacks that give you what you want to capture this larger move. Here's total crypto market cap, 2.88 for our purposes. Please look at yesterday. We spent a great deal of time on this, but we're looking for that breakout. A couple minimum metrics up at around 3.5. As I said, with the crazy scenario yesterday, if this thing went parabolic, 6 trillion roughly. But your 1618 move, I think a minimum breakout of this total crypto market cap takes you to 3.5. And so until you get to that point, you're still in an uptrend. You're still riding this. Any corrections within the uptrend is the way to go. Quick shout out to everybody. Absolutely. Thanks for coming. Again, we're here on Monday and Tuesday, as well as Thursday, 3 days a week, 11 a.m. Eastern, whatever time zone you are in, just relate that to New York. New York time zone, Eastern, United States. So I do think that, from the measurement perspective, I want to stick to the minimums. Always be as conservative as possible. Why? Because that puts us in the proper trade management perspective. I'll gun for 3.5 trillion here for crypto and hope for a blow-through move that gives us a parabolic 314. We talked about all that yesterday. Quick update on a few of the ones new ones. Here's a new one. Here's this Ren that I had just posted actually yesterday afternoon. Whole bunch of, go to the 4-hour chart. Yeah, this thing has been quite a runner, and now after the bearish pattern up here between ABCD and the hop, went into a consolidation mode for the last month. Okay, there's your prior ABCD. That's around 130, 132 on the top side. Now we have really nice bullish bat pattern, little reaction come down. That's type 1, and then type 2, followed by a secondary pattern. So this is still taking its time to get out of here. We did just trigger HSI. Let me bring the indicator up. This is the Harmonic Pattern Collection for TradingView, folks. If you want to get a copy, get access to all of these different modules, just access our basic membership at harmonictrader.com for information. And there, it didn't save, huh? Had the same problem yesterday with the color. Let me fix this. Don't know why. One second. I'll take a couple questions too today. And then, as I said last week, I'm still going to go slow on the rollout for how we do this and how we do the discussion. And then once I probably, like I said, by Thanksgiving, I think with the other things that I want to do with our group, I'd like to bring in some friends, some people I know, have some kind of frank discussions about traders, talk to other traders that different experiences, and kind of bring a lot of that content to others that give kind of the professional side of what it takes to make it in the industry. I mean, everybody from former floor traders to hedge fund managers, well-known technicians you guys know as well. So here's Ren right off the hop at 93, folks, and now we have HSI. That's down. There's our indicator on HSI, just triggered on the 4-hour chart. So let's look for this now to get going off of that secondary pattern, and we'll stick with the minimum up to target 2, 117, 118 area. That's a pretty good spot. Here's something related to crypto, which is Riot blockchain. Look at what we talked about last week. They had earnings and exploded. Look at, I think it was our first discussion. And what we highlighted here was the phenomenon of back-to-back patterns. We're seeing the blockchain stocks really get going, but this still fits within our type 1 and type 2 framework. Look at our video. I'll have to take a look and reference it. Maybe I'll tweet it, because we were back down here at about 28, and now it's all about target 2. Why? Because that's a type 2 off of this Gartley. Really nice Gartley. It's a 4-hour chart. Huge move early in the year, absolutely. Then come back, have your consolidation. The M formation is a Gartley because your B point's at is at a 618. That gives you, there you go. That sets up your A to B and then C to D move at a 786. So B point's at a 618, D point's going to be at a 786. That's how we know it's a Gartley. But the other aspect of understanding for all harmonic patterns, we look for the reaction first. Then we come back for the retest to establish that reversal. This retest move is called the return. So we return back to the zone, and then we do the reversal. That's what's going on here with Riot. That's why it took a little extra time. But now you go, and with the rest of the space expanding, why not? Appreciate that. Yeah, we had a great discussion with Paula T. Webb and Mitch Ray on Mitch Ray's channel. It was back in September. Man, time flies already. That was 2 months ago. And she's fantastic. Check her material and her content at markdouglas.com. I think Paula T. Webb, I can bring that up if you guys want to see. She's got, she has carried on the Mark Douglas legacy. She was somebody that I know, and we did that discussion with Mitch, um, where we talked about how she worked with Mark. Here, yeah, the website to go to is either markdouglas.com or paulatwebb.com. Check out that and go to Mitch Ray also, Mitch Ray TA on YouTube, folks. That's where we did that. I'll retweet that. I know a lot of people were asking me about that and if I was going to do something else again, bring her back on. And also, she has open consultations. So, she invited everybody. If you want to give her a quick call, have a talk, check out her material. It's really great mentality for the market. Hold on one second, folks. Hold on one second. I got a bad feeling. Yep, hold on one second. I can't believe this is happening. Hold on one second, folks. Yep, I'll be right back. 30 seconds. Okay, thanks everybody. Sorry about that. So, listen, we'll get back to that on Thursday on the crypto. Nothing has changed. Look at our prior discussions. What I really want to blow through today is what's going on with Nasdaq and be just framing this out, looking for this thing to do any kind of a short-term pullback. Let's go to the hourly. Here you go. This thing is just bouncing between HSI signal and HSI signal. Let me bring in HSI. Now we're working with the eSignal version. This is the HPC Pro. There you go. Bring on the ad and just check all the information on the website. There you go. And we talked about this last week, how Nasdaq is obviously with the rest of them all-time new highs until we continue and even come out of this zone, because here on Amplified on the daily, we have blown out, basically making new highs on all of our indicators. Okay, up here on Amplified and taking out the prior tops, really critical. The other aspect that's going on in Nasdaq, why this is such a big move, is that we have another M formation developing, just like the last two. Let me bring this up. Come on. Okay. So here, oh, bring that up. Sorry, folks. Look for this to do kind of another M formation come down like that. I don't know why that's giving me the slope line. That's it. Just like the last two formations here, we come into the extreme, give an M formation, and then come down. It's just going to be a pause. Go sideways and then up. Same here. Another M formation. Your red line goes on. A little correction, nothing big. That wasn't even much of a correction. This is still quite early. Needs to come back up and then go down. But in the process, nothing changes here. We're still up on a rope. So anything that materializes for now, and again, that's a daily basis for Nasdaq, sets us up where this next pullback is probably going to be the launch point. We come back down, maybe over the next week or so, we have this consolidation, but I'm looking for this to set up for the larger move. Why? Because this last amplified RSI took out the prior highs on the daily reading. We're still extremely overbought, but it's expanding. That's going to take time. And we just continue to go sideways till we make it up to that higher level. So that's really that and S&P 500. Those both setting up. Oh, here's S&P really quick. S&P's been stronger than Nasdaq's for the last 2 months. Okay, now we're starting to roll over with today, yesterday, today. Little pause here, but most likely, I would think it's like this. You took out that prior high, and we'll, over the next couple days, probably come back up, then do the M formation down, just like we did here, and we did there. And both of those, all that meant was brief consolidation, still going higher, or you're still with the trend. Yesterday I pulled out, showed everybody where to access my books. I did that a little bit today as well. Go to the basic members page on harmonictrader.com. Today I just want to go into the book, go into volume 2, and show everybody where to learn more about these complex structures. RSI, I outlined it with RSI. We can use it with amplified RSI if we do, or use it on standard, even if you just using it on the TradingView platform without my program. But go to, oh, yeah, there you go. Oh, I just had it. Page around 200 to learn about RSI BAM methodology. Really important to understand this dynamic. This is based on Wells Wilder's work with RSI and how to look at multiple tests of RSI formations and compare them to patterns. And a lot of times what we see is we see M and W formations in the indicator that have significance just like the patterns. So take a look at that. That's available on the basic members page. And that's what all of these markings on amplified RSI mean. Let's just blow this up. So when we talk about these M and W formations or what these different highlights mean, they have significance. The fact that Riot blockchain actually triggered, we talked about this based in this zone around 25. It triggered a perfect RSI BAM. This green line right there. When that stops, that's where we start looking to simplify that whole process. But if you want to understand the dynamics behind it, or even just to understand what these M and Ws mean in the indicator, read that book. Go to page 200. A couple more. I do want to again circle back to gold, because that gold popped and talked about that last week. Why is that so significant? It's because we are coming off this type 2. Oh, nice. Look at that. Real nice bat pattern right now. That just generated today at about 1830. But let's take it back a second here. We're really going off this bullish bat pattern. Maybe we get some consolidation here, but as I talked about on Tuesday, sorry, I think it was last Tuesday, the whole fact that that's right now coming off this type 2, and maybe we have a little consolidation, but we're working our way up. Talk about stair step. Target 2, 1946, folks. That's where we want to look for that. Gold's not as, not nearly as aggressive as crypto, for example, but it's in a really nice spot that it hasn't been for a long time. One or two more updates, and I want to stick with harmonic patterns exclusively with the content we do, and auto-generated harmonic patterns off the software. I'll talk more about that on Thursday, the importance of identification. But really what we have found are that, you can draw all the harmonic patterns you want by hand, but it's, much easier to do it this way. And also we have kind of a unified means of identification where we might not have any subjective measurement flaws, let's just say. But Twitter is a prime example of a type 2 coming back. We talked about this one recently, and I would look for that full retest of the zone, and then we go. Really close. With today being down, so be it. But that's coming in pretty close to where we want to line that up. So one or two more, and then I want to wrap it up for today. Thursday, I want to get into some of that, more of the material of looking at the complex structures, especially with the complex return and HSI. How to look at it's really an easy strategy. It just we want to integrate it with confirmation techniques so we understand, is it going to be a reaction or just a reversal? Oh, you know what? Before I go, I wanted to look at one more thing back on the crypto space that I did mention yesterday and has moved quite a bit. So if you're new to the program, take a look at Harmonic Strength Index. And this is be a good segue into tomorrow, but I talked about Bitcoin Cash on the daily and why the HSI signal, and do look at yesterday and the last couple of days, why that was so critical. And the perfect check back, now it's exploding. So if anyone was in on that, what you want to be looking for, first of all, if you don't have the program, get the program. But we're going to ride that up till we get an overbought HSI signal. Final piece with this Bitcoin Cash that I almost missed, I wanted to talk about this when we started today, is we have the BAM scenario. So we have this whole W formation taking shape, B points at a 52. Basically, that's bat territory. So we'll target the 886. It's about what, 815? Something like that, right up in there. So your 709 at the moment, that breakout from the B point really creates a nice segment within this harmonic pattern. We call it the bat action magnet move. Take you up to D. And that's how we'll use the pattern as a target, as well as kind of identifying the harmonic breakout. We'll get into more of this on Thursday. Again, there's a lot going on in the space. We don't want to jump on it. Expect these swift kind of corrections and then rebounds. I think we'll see some of that probably in the next 2 days. some individual stuff that has shaped up, some things that have been surging have pulled back hard and are going to give you another opportunity. So we'll look at that. We'll look at Ethereum again. More of this on Thursday. We'll be back at 11 a.m. Eastern. If you have any questions, again, the best place to go is get with our basic membership. And if you're new, please don't subscribe, don't purchase anything until you've taken advantage of the free trial. You access the books, look at the webinars, and then here again, join the Discord. This is our Harmonic Trader community on Discord. We moved it all to there last week. And then come to the live sessions open to everybody. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, 11 a.m. New York time. Thanks again, everybody. We'll catch you on Thursday. Have any questions, get in touch with me through the Discord. As always,